there's gonna be a lot of people getting mad at me because the title says SpongeBob movie kind of sucks. See a lot of SpongeBob fans getting mad, a lot of them. And you know, like I said, I'm a big fan of SpongeBob. I watched this fucking sponge since I was a kid. I watched this motherfucker since I was a kid. My childhood was SpongeBob SquarePants, alright? It's one of my favorite cartoons of all time. You think I fucking hate SpongeBob? You can go fuck yourself, right? I don't hate SpongeBob. I just don't like the movie that much. That's my main thing I'm talking about. SpongeBob SquarePants Sponge on the Run. I think that's what it's called or something. That's the third film of the trilogy. The first one was badass. Had the best soundtrack, best fucking scenes. It had Mindy, it had King Neptune. He wears a crown because he's bald. He burns people's eyes. Like one guy's like, my eyes! Then fucking yeah, and the whole plot's about getting the King's crown back, and SpongeBob comes back doing a fucking rock concert, blowing people's heads off with a fucking laser out of his guitar, saying I'm a Goofy Goober song. That was the most badass movie for me as a kid. These days, kids got movies like this right here. They had all that badass shit we had when we were kids. All the rock and roll, like all that badass shit for the first movie. Then the second one came out like 12 years later. This time, I forgot what it's called. This is the second one, and I think they're like superheroes or something. It had like a couple of dirty adult jokes I really enjoyed from that movie, but it was alright. It's not like the first movie. So the first one was like way more superior than the second. I hear a lot of people say the second one's better than the first. I was like, what? How the hell is the second one better than the first one? Get the fuck out of here. That shit is not better than the first one. Yeah, it has some good shit in the second one, but it's not that great. And like Antonio Banderas is like the villain in the second movie, instead of like the first movie, Plankton was the villain. Yeah, Plankton was actually helping out in the second one this time. I guess it's alright. Have him like help out for a change. Doesn't seem right though. Yeah, like, Antonio Banderas plays the bad guy. He plays this pirate or some shit. He was alright villain. Antonio Banderas did an alright job. But yeah, the movie's alright. The second one's alright. I'm not that crazy about it. I'm not crazy about like the first one. The first one was been the end of SpongeBob, but they continue it because money and fans love it to death, which I do still. To me, in my opinion, after season 5, it started to go downhill because they just started running out of ideas out of nowhere. They're just dealing with what the fuck they're doing. All the disgusting, weird humor or something. It didn't work. It didn't fly through. They fly through the fucking sky. Pigs couldn't fly straight. It just didn't work. I heard a lot of people say 1 through 3 are the best, but in my opinion, 1 through 5 are the best. I heard a lot of people say that, but then I think 1 through 5 is the best. Because it's still funny after Steven Hillenburg left. Because Paul Tippett still had some ideas left what Hillenburg had in his head. Well, let's get on with this movie. Why I didn't like it. But you know what sucks? This movie got released in Canada, and I talked before that I said Canada sucks ass, and it does. And those lucky bastards got to show the movie in theaters in Canada. Here, we have a pandemic, so we can't do it. We gotta wait till like next year until they show it on DVD. No, wait. Yeah, I think I released it on demand or something. Hopefully it's not demand. Hopefully it's released on DVD. Not DVD. On fucking theaters, hopefully. On that fucking dumbass shit. There better still be theaters because a lot of people want to see it at theaters. They watch it at home like a dumbass. Shit in their fucking boxer shorts. SpongeBob boxer shorts. But, okay, enough of the bullshit. Let's talk about the plot. Yeah. The problem I have with the story is the plot. You know why I have a problem with the plot? Because it's the fucking same thing like the episode in SpongeBob. Remember the episode, Gary Come Home? It reminds me of that fucking episode. 100% reminds me of that. I guess Steven Hillenburg, before he died, rest in peace, was trying to turn into his own thing, I guess. And I guess I see what he's trying to do there, but to me, it's just, I don't know. It don't seem to work because it's the same story. Is that now they had like flashbacks of him at camp or something? He's like a little kid or something. Was we first found Gary at a camp, and he became his friend and all that shit. Her and Patrick at camp. Yeah, I think Patrick was at a camp. I think. Yeah. I don't remember the movie that much. I don't know. I think I watched like twice. It's still like a blur to me. So fuck it. That's all the movie's about. It's basically the same shit like the episode Gary Come Home. He's gotta look for Gary again for the second fucking time. It's just not, he's not with like an old grandma. It's just somebody else. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody. You can go fucking watch it yourself. There's a lot of hardcore SpongeBob fans out here haven't even seen it yet. It's in fucking Canada. So I can be one of those fucking assholes spoiling for everybody. But it's the same fucking story as Gary Come Home. Gary Come Home. Same fucking story. But the episode Gary Come Home, it was alright. I mean, it wasn't that great. I don't really like watching SpongeBob depressed because it makes me fucking depressed. I want to see SpongeBob fucking cry and stare at his bed, fucking stare at an empty fucking Gary bowl or some shit. I want to see him do goofy shit with Patrick. Yeah, that's the main problem of the movie. Everything else is fine. It's funny. It's still kind of funny. I laughed a couple of times. I thought it was funny. It's that the plot is just pointless. It's the same thing again. It's just looking for Gary again. You know? And yeah, that's another part I don't really like, seeing Keanu Reeves as a tumbleweed. I love Keanu Reeves. You know, I love him in John Wick, The Matrix. Now, this is getting out of hand with these cameos he's getting lately. This is... I know he's a nice guy and stuff, but they're asking way too much for shit. Now he has a fucking tumbleweed. Like, what the fuck? I know they're trying to be funny, but it's not funny. He's just... A little bit funnier, it was like... I don't know. I don't think it'd be funny to use David Hasselhoff again. They're just redoing the same thing again. But maybe they got someone else, like from like an 80s or 90s show or something, and do the same thing that they're like David Hasselhoff, have like someone else, floating head. Like, I get it, Keanu Reeves is famous, but why can't you just find something again like David Hasselhoff, like from the, you know, like Knight Rider, the guy from Knight Rider, David Hasselhoff. It's like, find like a guy from the 80s or something. Like Mr. T. Why did you get Mr. T's floating head at the tumbleweed? That would have been funnier. That would have been way funnier than Mr. T's floating head at the tumbleweed. Like, I pity the fool. Or some shit. That would have been funnier. Mr. T's floating head in the tumbleweed. That would work perfect. But nah, they want Keanu Reeves. Like I said, I love Keanu Reeves. It just... They overused that. He overused him. Like, find somebody else. He already do enough shit already. Bill and Ted 3, John Wick 4 and 5, Matrix 4. Okay, that's gonna fucking suck. Matrix 4. Why do we need another fucking Matrix? And like Neil Patrick Harris is in it or some shit. Neil Patrick Harris. What? Why did you get a guy who did Doogie Howser and How I Met Your Mother? A guy that does... fuck it. You know, I don't even care. It's gonna suck anyways. That retard's gonna suck. It's no Morpheus either, so it's really gonna suck. But anyways, well, the animation's pretty good. The SpongeBob movie. The animation's pretty good. I kind of enjoyed the animation. They tried something new, saying like the second movie. I mean, the second movie had a CGI shit. They're out of the water, but in like the first movie, it was like 3D animation, and they're out of the water. But they're at Shell City getting tortured by this Cyclops guy. Yeah. It's, like I said, they have more badass villains in the first movie, with the Cyclops and Dennis. Yeah, I love fucking Dennis and the Cyclops. The King was awesome, but he looked fucking badass. Yeah, I feel like I watched one of those kick-ass animation movies or shows from like the 80s or 90s. That's how badass that fucking first SpongeBob movie was. That shit was fucking badass, man. Motherfucking badass, my nigga. I love that shit, man. I need to buy that movie, the first one, that movie. I gotta buy it. Second one, I'm not so sure. I'm not crazy about the second one movie. Like I said, it had like funny, dirty jokes in there, but that's about it. Like I said, superheroes and shit, you know, doesn't work. It should have done something better than that. Yeah. Like I said about SpongeBob, seasons 1 through 5 are the best seasons in SpongeBob to me. After that, it's just not funny anymore. And I hope they don't make no more SpongeBob movies, because I hope this is going to be the last SpongeBob movie, because SpongeBob is just... The movie's the same plot just like Gary Come Home. It's the same fucking plot. And now they come out with like a spin-off show called Camp Coral. And Steven Hillenburg said no spin-offs, or it was some other thing too. He had another rule. But he said no spin-offs, and I guess Nickelodeon disrespected him. And now he's like doing somersaults in his grave. How the fuck do you stab somebody in the back like that? He said no spin-offs and do a fucking spin-off. What's a greedy fucking bastards, man? These motherfuckers are greedy. That's what fucking Viacom is. They're a bunch of evil bastards. They need to stab someone in the back after they die. That's the most fucked up shit you can ever do. Like I said, he's rolling in his grave. Basically, after he just did that, he said no spin-offs. That was his main rule. I forgot what the other rule is. Let me see. What's the other? Okay, here it fucking is. It said here he made several rules restrictions for the series. SpongeBob should never get his driver's license. No revealing the identity of Pearl's mother. No one really cares about that. SpongeBob should not have a romantic interest. Nah, fuck that shit. See what else idea? Hey, the idea of SpongeBob have a crossover of something with another cartoon. Yeah, that'd be pretty fucking stupid. Hey, another crossover with another cartoon? Nah. Because it probably wouldn't work anyways. Yeah, right here. This is right here. Steven Hillenburg said himself he didn't see any potential spin-off series for SpongeBob before he passed away. It's been misconstrued as him hating the idea. See, he fucking hated the idea. They did it anyways. What a fucking cock tease those fucking company is. And like Paul Till was saying, Steve will always say to me, you know, one of these days they're gonna want to make SpongeBob babies. That's when I'm out of here. And they did. They fucking did. Man, that's a shame, man. Oh yeah, by the way, you know what else I didn't know? I didn't know that Scarlett Johansson voiced Mindy. It took me years to understand. It took me like this year to finally realize that. Scarlett Johansson, the chick that in the future played Black Widow, voiced Mindy in SpongeBob movie. That's fucking crazy, man. I never motherfucking knew that. I never knew that my entire life. That shit is crazy. But yeah, Viacom and Nickelodeon can go to hell for that. They backstab some guy like that. That shit not cool, my nigga. That ain't cool. This basically just kicked him right in the ass, basically. He said no spin-off shows, and he did it. Fucking glorious. Well, man, I don't know what else to fucking talk about. I just fucking said a whole bunch of shit right there. Just pull a whole bunch of shit out of my ass. I think we should just end SpongeBob. It's not funny anymore. The show going on for fucking over, I don't know, 20 years now. Over 20 years. They can't come up with ideas that much now. It's the same shit that the fucking Nickelodeon is just milking out of their ass, trying to keep it alive because a lot of kiddies are still watching it. They're just making SpongeBob and the voice actors like slaves right now. I can tell they want to fucking quit too. I don't think they want to be there anymore. Well, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just want that fucking money, you know. Maybe they still love doing SpongeBob shit. Who knows? I mean, it seems fun voicing the characters and shit. You know, they have good chemistry with each other. It's just, to me, it's just the show. The show's like the newer seasons. The episodes like on and off. The episodes are actually funny as hell. The episodes that sucks ass. It's like on and off. It's like 50-50. The episodes are. Talk about like, well, season like after season 5, like 6, 7, 8, they're like had like most garbage in there. Then like 9 and 10, it was still like kind of like shitty, but still has some funny episodes. Then like I think season 11, it started getting funny again, but it was still kind of shit. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel. Like I said, they're just milking the show out of their ass. Just trying to take every fucking penny they can get from SpongeBob. I don't know when they're gonna end it. I think they're never gonna end it because they're still milking it for money, taking kids' dollar bills from their wallets, taking all their fucking goober dollars. But I don't know what else to fucking say. I think I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here now.